Today's the day. Today is finally the day. I intend to get that Reaper title basically today. Let me just show off where I am right now. If I were to show this off. Alright. Oh, look, Callus Mini Tool. It's nice. Harvester of Sorrows is the only thing I need. I need 7 more of those, and then I am finally complete with everything for the Season of the Haunted Reaper title. I mean, I could try and go for the Risen, but I already did this on Master difficulty, but for some reason it didn't count. So, you know what? That's fine. A Risen title? Meh, who needs Risen as a title anyways? Alright, Nightmare Containment. So today is just going to be a nice, slow, casual grind. And that's fine. Not every day needs to be absolutely exciting. Also, I am... Elemental Armaments, High Energy Fire, Elemental Charge. Yeah, I think this is the way I want everything on me. And I get my grenades back so quickly. Problem is I only have 42 recovery. No matter. Hopefully gets a better balanced armor. Alright, Nightmare Tier 1 has started. It's probably going to be a lot of finish one, stick around to see if anyone else will stay, and if not, then I will simply go on to the next group. Because last night I did some grinding, and ended up running into a small little bit of trouble. Namely, I had to solo an entire Tier 1 to Tier 3 encounter, which left me with only about 2,000 or so visages of dread. Wow, buddy, I saw that. We all saw that. That up. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Let's dunk that orb. Yeah. Pick up the relic because why not?
It is time. Light and dark align, turning into a burning recollection of terror.
Alright, here he is, the big boy.
The Thur has risen nearby. Find it and destroy it.
Man, that boy got wrecked. There we go. Alright, we are 21s is 21s. Hang on. So 3 phases, 7 of these. 3 times 7, that's 21.
They rise,
21st out of the way.
And they will
hang
fall
on.
the same.
1 out of 21 phases. Yeah, it's early in the morning, can't you tell? Ooh, look at me being all radiant and fancy. Oh, hello! Sun bracers. I'll see if those are better than the ones I got. know, well, we got a small moment here, but no. Let me finish this off, this whole phase 2, and then I'll take a look at what the Sun Bracers have, because Sun Bracers are definitely a very good exotic for Solar Warlocks. Oh, come here. Punch him. Alright, where's the last one? Right over here. Sorry for the flashiness. Boom, there we go. Where were we? Ah, yes. Wanton slaughter and the decimation of the forces of Scorn and Leviathan Cabal. That. Guys, there's a core dude. Go for that dunk. Yeah, there's enough relics here. Let's do some fun.
A powerful nightmare has risen nearby. Find it and destroy it.
Alright, easy does it, easy does it. May as well use the relics so that they're out of the way. I'll just be courteous, move that aside. There we go. One final round this turn. Don't want to use my super yet, simply because it just started. Yeah, there we go. Derp zone. I get it. You're living up to your namesake, but come on, bruh. And we're getting him. Alright. Down. Maybe? Oh, there he is. Alright. Let's wreck him. Alright, let's find some vestiges. Another Ascendant alloy. I now have 2 of them. Just...
Valis Forge. How fares our defensive perimeter around the Leviathan?
The blockade holds. Nothing in, nothing out. Your forces guard the helm as if it were part of their fleet.
You are a member of my war council. What manner of empire would I lead if your soldiers were not afforded the same protection as my own?
An empire doomed to ruin. We stand together, Empress.
Okay, so this is an 89 total because I have plus 10 stat increase to 79, and I've masterworked it, which means it's a 67. This is a 63. Not nearly as good. And I can guarantee you pretty much all my exotic armor is fully leveled up, so yeah, these Sunbracers, not the best roll. There we go. Well, looks like everybody's sticking around for a bit. That's awfully nice of them. Also, that Nezarec Sin, or Nezarec Sin, however you want to pronounce it. I think it's Nezarec. The reason I dismantled that is because last night while I was doing just a little bit of grinding in this game, I managed to pick up a red bordered thing from the vendor this year. So yeah, red bordered Nezarec Sin, which was my 5th and final one to craft that. And this minigun that I have here is my 4 out of 5 one. So maybe by the end of the stream, if I'm lucky, and I mean very lucky, I can equip a Callus minigun. A crafted minigun. Not that I ever care to use it. I mean, sure, it's a neat weapon and all, but it pairs nicely with Mida multi-tool, and I haven't used that in so long. Not to mention the catalyst for Mida multi-tool. You'd have to be doing a lot of stuff for, oh, what is it? Yeah, the Crucible, the competitive Crucible, and I just don't care for competitive Crucible. Alright, Punch the Robot, that is a nice name. Alright, well, we got some people here. Fly the flag. Click the specified egregore. Oh yeah, and I also reset my crown influence. That's a thing. Excuse me, sir. Personal space. Oh, lovely. Alright, and that is 4 out of 5 on this one. Tap the trigger, moving target. Which is okay. I'll swap to that, though. Kind of want to just get rid of that. Also, this dropped for me. Feeding Frenzy Rampage NYOD. That seems pretty good. And wonder if... You know, why don't I give this a shot? Oh, no. There we go. Special. After I routed the frag. Now I have nothing for that. That's fine. Let's get this started, y'all.
The nightmares are converging in your location. Begin the harvest.
Yes. Where are they? Oh, here they are. Whee! One. Alright, one Feeding Frenzy, just that. I think Feeding Frenzy... That's what a times 2 looks like. Wow, that was a whiff. Another Snorri! That's a weird name. Starts bound. Double rampage, double the fun. This SMG is really good for like trashy ads. Like, I'm sorry, Drifter's little PogChamp. I just happened to see that Okay, that's an interesting name. Oh, feeding frenzy times 3. Doesn't feeding frenzy go up to like times 5? Take that core of dread. Yeah, SMG's usually pretty good for very small trash ads that swarm you, much like Thrall or War Dogs, something like that. Uh-oh. I tend to find SMGs aren't quite as good at
Powerful nightmare has
actually
been
doing like
revived.
really large sustained
Find it
damage.
and destroy
Especially
it.
since this one only has 27 bullets in the chamber. So I don't know if it's like a god roll or anything. It's just Feeding Frenzy Rampage is pretty good. That's a pretty decent combo regardless of what weapon. Well, for the most part. There's some weapons that if it's Feeding Frenzy Rampage on, say, a sniper rifle, not my favorite. But hey, here we go. Alright. New containment zone. This away.
The harvester hungers, and its thirst will not be denied.
Oh, yeah. So, recently, I did mention on Twitter that I had some car problems. Thankfully, the ending of this story is fine and it's great, right? It all ended off okay, but it was very concerning that I had to go about, do my, daily job and whatever. And as I go to start my car, it wouldn't. As in, I turn the key and I get nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I go to try and pull my key out, and it wouldn't come out of the ignition. It's like a safety regulation thing with cars today, or at least with the car that the kind of car that I drive. And
Magnificent.
so I'm panicking at this point because, oh no, I have to be somewhere within like 15 minutes. And my car will not start. What do? Call my parents because, they're both freshly retired. They're both, having the time of their life, but they'll still help out their boy when they need it. So I first call my parents and be like, yo, hey, my car won't start. Could you drop me off where I need to go? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, we'll be there in like 10 minutes. Oh boy, that doesn't leave a lot of time to spare. And call the boss and be like, yo, hey, something came up, might be late. To which he's like, all right, fine, if you need to take an hour or so, you'll be fine. So by the time my parents get here, I'm like frantically trying to figure out, okay, let me look up on Google what could be the problem. The problem was the battery died. Straight up, that's what happened. So at this point, my dad happens to come by. He's a retired mechanical engineer, so he knows all about cars. So he's in there like messing with the car. It's like, oh yeah, it seems like your battery's dead. I'm thinking to myself, Dad, I need to go like right now. Can we solve this later? Heading to work, and then Dad drops me off. I managed to make it with a couple minutes to spare, thankfully, so I don't have to use any of my PTO, which is nice. I like saving that for, reasons. If I don't need to spend it, I don't need to spend it. There we go. This is... Oh, that times 5 feeding frenzy. Now this is what SMGs are really good at. Just mowing down these small ads. Problem is, like, as soon as I stop mowing them down, that reload speed happens. But actually, it's not that bad. I do have the option to put on a pendant mag on this particular weapon that gives it 30 bullets instead of 27, but it really increases the reload speed. I don't think I need to worry too much about that. I don't miss 3 bullets that badly. Yeah, so the place that's my day job, it's a, there's like no cell phone coverage, so by the time they drop me off, I'm like, alright, I tried texting them, you know, middle of the day, be like, hey, what's going on? And it just wouldn't send. So I'm panicking at this point. And it turns out that by the end of the shift, I come back, I'm sitting outside, text my dad, and it's like, yo, hey, I'm here to be picked up or whatever. Get a text message from my mother that had been sent much earlier in the day that my dad had replaced the battery in the car. It was working apparently just fine. And he was going to pick me up. And I immediately get a message from my dad. It's like, yeah, hey, I'm in the parking lot, center row. I'm like, where center row? I'm looking all over. It's dark. I can't see where he is. So I start calling him, and then he waves his arm outside the vehicle. I was like, oh, there he is. Yeah, Dad dropped me back at my place. Everything, you know, the car worked just fine. The car still worked fine because yesterday I went out to vote because patriotic duty and all that. And that, you know, if you don't vote, you can't complain, right? So we got back to my place. I, of course, gladly gave my dad a check for the cost of the battery. Fortunately, because he's family, no labor's free. That's kind of how it works around here. Even though it really shouldn't be that way. I could totally pay him extra on top of the battery, but so much for that. So yeah, thankfully I have funds set aside solely for emergency stuff like this, because you never know what's gonna happen in life. And to all the kids out there who are like, oh, it's like, you know, starting your life, the first thing you'll absolutely want is some form of emergency fund. Thank you. I mean, the standard amount you want to save up before, you know, crazy spending on anything, I think it's like $1,000 is like what most people recommend. I know people look at me and think, wait, isn't that James Ramsey? It's not just Dave Ramsey. It's a number of financial people would say at least start by saving $1,000. So fortunately, I'm in a position where I have a lot more than 1,000. Right? It's just you start there. So yeah. So next paycheck, it's not going to be a spending free on Steam, unfortunately. Even though I already bought so many games during the Steam sale that I'm good for a year anyways. It's just got to go easy on the discretionary spending.
Together into a physical manifestation of terror.
There we go.
Go forth and be the Reaper.
Numero dos. Another Nazarix Whisper. Stands for all, one for all.
Do you remember, Zavala? The night we buried the king. The gun in your hand. The moon at your back. And your ghost.
You saved him. Saved him from me.
You would not have hurt him, Zarana. It would have only been more death.
You couldn't have known that. What did you see?
Ooh,
A desperate man, dangerous with reef.
Is this one a pattern I can extract? Nope.
I would have pulled the trigger.
Well-rounded
What
head.
I saw was a broken man holding a gun to his own heart. He would have sooner killed himself.
Alright. Well, I got an opulent key. Let's take this moment. Royal pools where water used to fall. Alright. That's super quick and easy. I can get there and then come back in a quote-unquote minute. Alright, where water used to fall. So, yeah. So, the thing about my, that happened yesterday with the whole dead battery thing. So, while my dad was dropping me off and coming back, my mom was sitting around here, you know, making sure nothing bad happened. I mean, this is a relatively nice neighborhood and all. nothing bad was going to happen, but just in case, you want to have at least someone here to deter, I don't know, teenagers or something. Having said that, there's also stuff around here that I didn't quite tell my parents about. Now, I have a roulette wheel solely because I plan on running, here we go. What do we get? A beloved. Nice. I've already crafted one of these. Ooh. I already crafted one of these. Alright, let's just go to orbit and go straight to the next one. So yeah. Fortunately, the place is still relatively clean from, you know, company I had over the week before. But, the roulette wheel is one thing, because I have that for conventions. I plan on running one-shot scenarios at a casino. And for those who don't know what that means, it's tabletop role-playing games. If you watch things like Critical Role, Dimension 20, so many other shows like that. Oh. Ooh. Let me just get a couple shots down the range. Uh-oh. Come on, please. Please. Alright, joined in. Okay. Google Chrome meter of RAM. I've seen that style of name before. Okay. Fuck that. A couple more vestiges of dread. How many vestiges of dread do I have at this point? Nightmare of Vanifix is vanished. Hunting its prey. Yep. Mistimed that punch, but hey, that's fine. Go. Yeah, I might run a strike just to make sure I don't end up with a weird scenario of I have nothing. But it wasn't the roulette wheel that I was worried about with my parents. I keep getting distracted with stories. Sorry, I must have the worst attention span of any human being. So, I have a pinball table coming in September, but I haven't told my parents this. But written on a whiteboard that's on my refrigerator just to remind me of notes, upcoming appointments, and stuff like that, I have written on there September pinball. So when my dad came over to my place, I was half expecting him to mention, so what's with this September pinball thing that's written on here? I don't think he cared or noticed. Or he already figured it out, he just wasn't going to tell me because dads are smart. They just know a lot more than they let on, right? Whoa, holy smokes. Last thing I did was that I showed my dad a puzzle box that I had bought from, there's a website online known as scamstuff.com. The only reason you can ever get away with running a store called that is if you are impeccably honest, according to Brian Brushwood. I got their latest Kraken. I showed him that because he's a woodworker as well, and he enjoys looking at them. That's for sure. He enjoys looking at it and trying to figure out like how in the world they did this. He doesn't like actually solving the puzzles.
Before the Vanguard.
He wished it that way. He could not be seen as a father, a husband, or a man. Only as your commander. One of his many sacrifices.
Weird, I never heard that one before. Oh yeah, sever activity. You know, I think I might do a sever activity or two in case I'm running low. Let me just check. Tryouts right now. We are at 4 more to go. But let me just check the inventory. I'm at 1,789. That means I need... I have enough for 3 Nightmare 3 containments, and I would need 300 more in order to make sure nothing bad happens. So rather than sitting around and waiting, let's just do this. Here we go, here we go. You know, efficiency, that's like the name of the game here. But yeah. Super thankful that my dad replaced my battery. And yesterday, you know, had to make sure the car worked, because otherwise, you know, replace the battery, it works fine, and then the next day it's dead, meaning that there's something else wrong with it. But I went to go vote in the morning because patriotic duty and all that. Who did I vote for? None of your business. But yeah, it's definitely political season. I'll have to double check to see who won what in the primaries and all that. It's gonna be an interesting time this year. Hello, Cabal. So every single one of these Cabal that I happen to murder gives me about... I'm not getting any... That's kind of a shame. Alright, hang on. Where is... If I do a couple of patrols while I'm out and about here... There's one over there. Sorry for the flashy. That's like one slight issue I have with this season is that it's a little on the epileptic side. Okay.
A material offering should provide this nightmare with enough cognitive dissonance that it simply ceases to be. It is the best we can hope for.
That's awfully bleak. Alright. Got some score and scavenge. Oh boy. Alright. That's all what's happening with me. Oh yeah, let's grab this and this and that. We're gonna take some of those. I gotta say, Starfire Protocol is a lot of fun, especially running at 100 discipline. And this and this and that.
A powerful nightmare has risen nearby. Find it and destroy
Alright, that
it.
was 57 Vestiges of Dread by doing that. There we go. Shoot over. There we are. Grab this, let's have some fun.
Light and dark alive, turning into a burning recollection of terror. Seize that power and become a reaper of nightmares.
Alright. That is a whole 3. Alright, there is a... Get this heavy ammo. Yep, there's one of your... Goodness, I love this little bunny emote. There we go.
Fear of death compounding into resentment and hate of the living. This nightmare desires death for others, and it will only fade if you deliver it.
Alright, where's it gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be down here.
The
Okey-doke.
harvester hungers, and its thirst will not be denied.
It's another 70. I need... how many more do I need? I'm not 100% sure. Oh boy. Found no trespassing. What is that? I don't think that's an... Is that an exotic? Because it could also be like the name of a quest. I'll have to look into that. Dump this off. There we go. So nice I stunned him twice. Yep, there's Callus. Wow, those two got wrecked. You, y'all okay over here? Haven't noticed that the atavists are still standing. Guys, come on. Some of us got places to be here. Combatants are drawn to the Nightmare Harvester's power. Dunk this off. Oh, look what we got here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't have any grenades. I'll take that.
A powerful nightmare has risen nearby. Find it and destroy it.
I gotta say, the scythe is definitely the coolest weapon they've made in a while. Go. Alright, Nightmare Remains collect Vestiges of Dread. I've did 2 of those, yay! Alright, anything nearby? Oh, look, there's one over here. So that'll be plenty easy. I hope. Let's just start that patrol.
Guardian's fear of final death burned this nightmare into the fabric of space.
Indiscriminate
Now
violence.
all it knows, all it will be satisfied by, is more pain.
Whoop. Alright, come on, buddy. Come on. We ain't got all day. Well, technically I could, but let's not do that. Alright, there he goes. I'll collect more of this egregore. Give me another 11 of that. Oh, I still feel like I'm going to be shy just a little bit. That was a zoning grenade. Come on. Come on. And effects. Let me think. Yeah, and effects was a Season of Dawn boss, I believe. That was a fun season, not gonna lie. I'm very curious if Bungie is ever gonna do something like they did during the Season of the Dawn ever again. Because that was interesting what happened. For those of you who don't know what happened, during Season of the Dawn, there was a thing known as the Corridors of Time. It was the entire point of that season is that we brought Saint 14 back from the dead, essentially. We went back in time and plucked him out of time. So that way, he wouldn't die to the hands of the Vex, blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's throw this down. Let's cause some... I was about to kill myself with a rocket launcher there. yeah, during Season of the Dawn, Corridors of Time. Originally, it was a couple of levels that looked really awesome. If you haven't seen it, you really need to look up. It was a beautiful looking place. But it was only available for a couple of missions. And after that, it just closed off. And then randomly in the middle of the season, I don't remember exactly when, or rather, the exact dates I don't remember, but relative time I do, because I was at a convention when this was going down. Vestige into Dread. There we go. Take that. 2 lockdowns have lifted.
Even after my death, the remnants of the Red Legion fight in my name. They will never bow to Keitel.
That is the power of legacy. The Iron Lords who fought beside me are with me still. I light their braziers every night. So long as I remember them, they are never truly gone. One day, I too will fall, and someone else will tend my flame.
Well said. May your death be glorious, Saladin Forge.
Alright. I'm going to head to orbit real quick. So to finish off my story, Corridors of Time, one day all of a sudden they were opened up, and there was something in game that was telling people to go in a certain pattern within the Corridors of Time. You do that, you would get something on the floor that would lead to a maze. And eventually people figured out that, oh hey, this maze here, if you follow the path this way, it'll lead us to somewhere. And that somewhere ended up being a grave, the grave site of our guardian sometime in the future. But that first maze led to a second maze, essentially. There was a pattern on the floor that you could piece together to create a maze, and this got massive. It is bonkers how massive it got. And then at the very end of that, you got Bastion, which we had known because of data miners, but I would absolutely love for Bungie to bring one of those again. So the reason I'm in orbit is because I need to use the restroom. So enjoy the space music. VOD watchers, you will be not listening to music. I'll be right back for you guys, but BRB. And I'm back. All right, let me just go check some stuff. First, Harvester of Sorrows. 3 more to go. I'll take care of that. Wasn't there something else super flashy and shiny? I thought there might have been. Or it might actually be under... Yes. Unclaimed challenges. Here we are. I'll take that. Not that I'm at a level 168. I don't need to be this high. Focus equipment at the Crown of Sorrow throughout the season. Focused armor. Wait, you can focus armor? Oh, right. That kind of focusing. I'm like, wait, no, I was thinking of the crafting. Alright. Let me just check my inventory. Right now, I have enough for... Wow, I've got a lot of umbrals. I have enough for 3. Good. Good. So let's just knock these out real quick. No, I don't need to go to the dungeon. I need to go to the containment. Yeah. Even though Gilded Flamekeeper does look pretty cool, being Reaper would be pretty awesome. I don't need this many Umbraligrams. I just don't. Sure, I could open up for items and all that, but quite frankly, I've got over 9,000 legendary shards. When do I really need that many legendary shards? I don't raid all that often. Let me just throw that on. There we go. Silver leaves. I don't care about that. No. Yes, here we go. Why are there several AFKers? Actually, let me just do that.
I feel this guardian's pain so clearly. The taste of bile in my mouth. The blind hunger for revenge. They want blood.
Well, isn't that just creepy? Alright. Well, I hope I get some help here, because here we go!
It rises. A tide of dread cresting. It threatens to drown us all.
Alright. I think it helps that every single time I just feed a score and it finds a shard, so... go. More shards. So what do I think of SSS style? I'm sorry, I got distracted by that person's username. That is very Devil May Cry. But yeah. I was thinking about going through all the Devil May Cries on stream. Even though at this point, I have officially played all the Devil May Cries. Now, there are some things I haven't played with the Devil May Cries. For instance, Virgil in Devil May Cry 5. I have not played the Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition mode with, what is it, Trish and Lady? Is that mini quest? I haven't done that, but for the most part, I have played all of them and completed the stories of all of them. That is DMC. That's the first Devil May Cry 2, Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, both Dante and Virgil, Devil May Cry 4, the regular campaign, DMC Devil May Cry 5, and the Virgil campaign for that, and Devil May Cry 5 itself. So yeah, I like the Devil May Cry series, what can I say? Weirdly enough, I actually played through Devil May Cry 1 and 2 last because I just did. And Devil May Cry 1 hasn't aged very well at all. Devil May Cry 2 is the worst game in the entire series. And it's not a Devil May Cry game. That is something... Oh. The only reason I would even want to play all the Devil May Cries... There's the argument of DMC Devil May Cry is a good game, but not a good Devil May Cry game. And to this day, I have no idea what in the world people mean by saying that. Because I've played it. It sure feels like a Devil May Cry game to me. Yes, it's different, but just because it's a little different doesn't mean that it's bad or not Devil May Cry. I mean, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance isn't a Metal Gear Solid game, but it's clearly a Metal Gear game. But yeah, that's going to be... That would be like next year's plan, if anything. So, start of the year, just go from one Devil May Cry to the end of the year, going through basically all of them, fresh file runs. But of course, that also has to be balanced around with Destiny and all the other games I got to play, and you know, all the creative works I got, and that's just going to be a lot. So it may just be like a 2-year project for that. But the idea is that I go through all the Devil May Cries, DMC Devil May Cry, and then there's also throwing in Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and oh, I think there's at least one other game that's on the style that's available on PC, right? Like those are the two games that would make the most sense. Both being developed by Platinum Games, and both Bayonetta being directed by Hideki Kamiya, who was the director of the Devil May Cry 1, 2, no. Devil May Cry 1, then they screwed up Devil May Cry 2 so badly that he came back to make 3, which was like, I'm not going to say it's the absolute best. It's the one where they finally figured out this is what Dante wants to be. And I see that Triple S style is just standing there. Great. Great. Perfect. That. Let's go dunk it. Yeah, I mean, plans may and probably will change, no lie. So if I don't end up going through with that, even though I really want to, we'll see. We'll see. One of them dropped something that was... Oh, an Ogma. I can probably just get rid of that because I'm already using it. Yeah. A little too far. There we go. Thank goodness for this future rifle. Normally I use a shotgun, specifically one of the raid shotguns from the Deepstone Crypt because it has reconstruction. But the problem is, like, I would use auto rifle and shotgun. That would give me a lot of range, but this fusion rifle, because it's in the kinetic slot, works really well. Come on. Come on. Ball. Wow. Okay, rockets. I thought you were supposed to be like homing rockets just because, you know, you're Gjallarhorn. No matter. Maybe I'll take this core of dread if no one else will.
I sense a current of dread. A powerful nightmare has
Give me
risen
that.
near you. Light and dark forged together into a physical manifestation of terror. Go forth and be the Reaper.
Uh-oh. Boom, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna move these out of the way. That way no one accidentally picks them up. Ain't much, but it's honest work. There we go. Alright, let's go kick some butt. Is Zerk doing his thing? Alright. Sure. That. Wait, that's teammate. That was next to the boss, but still. Alright, come on. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna need one of these. Hold still. Alright, Antifex has vanished. Let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. Oh boy. Oh, easy. me. Another Nazarix Whisper. Nazarax Whisper. Alright. Get rid of this.
Remember Zavala,
The night we buried Hakim. Yes, yes, I'm well aware. We already heard this today.
the gun in your hand, the moon at your back,
We're just gonna do
and
that.
your ghost.
Efficiency.
Saved him.
Alright. Meanwhile, get rid of this blow. Get rid of... Ooh, 61 hood. Yeah, I'll scrap that. What's the highest, like... I'm trying to remember, like, what stat totals were. For exotics, the highest stat roll you can get is 71. For legendaries, I think it's either 68 or 69. Both of which are nice. But one is just nicer than the other. Because it's more. Go. Come on. Come on. Oh no. Who let the big guy in? Who let the big guy through? Come on. This is just embarrassing.
Light and dark forged together into a physical manifestation of terror. Go forth and be the Reaper.
Oh, shut it. After running this for so long, I kind of get used to all the voice lines. Kind of wish I ran more of this during the season, because there's stuff that they say that was, like Zavala and Sophia, there were more lines about that before you completed that section of the thing. Now that I've done all the Sever activities, all the voice lines are kind of the same. There are still new ones here and there. But overall, it's like, oh man, just shut up. I'm just here to get some completions for a title. Calm down. And away we go. Is anyone going to take this? Well, I assume someone picked it up. It's going to want me. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Hang up, big guy. Takes it away. Go for that dunk.
The nightmare rises, but do not fear. Destroy it as you have the others.
Aiming precisely with this thing is kind of rough. He vulnerable? He vulnerable. Oh, I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, I need to run. Need to run. Gotta love that insta heal. Do that. Alright, that means we got one of these to go, and then I think after this should be one more if my math is correct, although I'm very bad with numbers if I don't have like a piece of paper and a pencil in front of me, because that's really the only way I can do math accurately enough to be comfortable doing math accurately enough. It is pretty funny. On some of the Discord servers I go to, someone will say something like, I'm coming at you with a bat made out of solid titanium, and I'm like, how much is... Would you be able to swing that at all? And, after you know, like, oh great, now I'm going to have to look up the density of all of this. I think so yeah, I estimated to be about going from... So a normal bat weighs like, I think like just 1 kilogram, which isn't, no, not even 8 kilogram, but a titanium bat, I calculated it to be something like 16 kilograms, whereas an engineer on the same Discord estimated to be closer to 30, which is hefty. Still swingable, but it's like swinging around a 5-year-old child in weight, so. Last thing I really calculated for him, it was a lot more estimating. At the San Diego Comic-Con, there was that gigantic Lego Bowser, which looked amazing. I saw pictures and video of it, but I didn't actually see the real thing. And they stated it was something like 63,900 Legos. That was the exact number they gave. And I'm thinking to myself, how much does that weigh? I estimated it to be about 1.5 tons on Lego alone. The reason I got that is because I just took the weight of a 2x4 Lego brick, which is like probably the most common style Lego brick. I don't have to soon fail. Do another opulent key. Alright.
Zavala. Keitel told me about Sophia. Are you all right?
Yes. I believe I am. Facing the past wasn't easy. But in the end, it was worth it.
The night you returned to the temple, there was much I left unsaid.
You're not to blame, Saladin. I buried my grief as you did after the Iron Lords fell. We both know better now.
So many lines this season. Some of them are pretty good. I just hate hearing them repeated again and again and again. Especially because I've been running this now. It's one of those things where, you know, people meme on the strike of whether we won or not. We stepped into the war with Cabal, so let's take out their command one by one. Val's Tarek, Munnik until he commands his dad. That, they love memeing on that. It was kind of endearing every time you started it. At the feet of Crane, it should be this one here. Yep. Ooh, an Austringer that I don't need. Alright, this should be the final containment I need. Ooh boy. I mean, yes, look at this Austringer. Eye of the Storm and opening shot compared to the one that I've crafted. I'm tempted to craft another Austringer solely for PvP because, you know, I have triple tap and demolitionist. Supposedly that's like really good for high level content, and it's better than outlaw demolitionist. I like using demolitionist more than I do rampage. All right, I very much depend on my grenades when I play on this game. I am very much a grenade heavy build because I am a warlock. Which does bring up the idea of, is it, I know hunters are the most common, and they have like the easiest to understand jump. Whoop! Because it's literally just a standard double jump in any platforming game. But there's no lift or glide to them. There are those who, I'm of the camp that of all the jumps, Warlock is technically the best jump because I main it. It definitely is probably the hardest jump to get used to. well, I say that, but also I don't like playing as Titan because Titan jumps just, something about them does not make any sense. I don't know what it is exactly, but, Catch. There we go. Champ stun. Now, come to think of it, the one thing I don't think I have done with all my alt characters, because even though I don't play them very often anymore, I do have a Hunter and Titan alt. I don't know if I've unlocked all of the solar stuff for them. Namely the solar grenades and all that stuff. We'll have to take a look at that. I know I haven't got... Oh, please get unstuck. Yep. I know I haven't unlocked any of their seasonal pass stuff, which would help level them up to 1570. Come on. Bonk. Out of the way. Out of the way. So I can do that on my own time. Just log into my other characters, get all their cosmetic-y stuff. Speaking of cosmetic-y stuff, there is... my clan is running a fashion show right now. That I quickly submitted something on Sunday night for. I don't plan on winning it, but it was just a nice look. It was... yeah, just my Warlock wearing some nice duds. That's the best way to put it. There are some people who throw on, like, super flashy Titan stuff. Like, holy smokes. It was a lot to take in. My only hope is that the judges look at it and think, like, that's too ostentatious. But, who knows. I don't expect to win because, quite frankly, my fashion sense is kind of bad. I mean, look at my Warlock currently at this state. He's got a skull. That's not exactly, it looks awesome. But it doesn't really mesh with anything else in my wardrobe. Yeah, dressed in E. That's the real final boss. This boy going down. Alright. Looks like I'm maxed out on everything, so I'm going to take this moment to double check. I can get rid of that. That's fine. Triumphs. One more harvester. I have 1,000, which is far more than enough. Alright, let's get that Reaper title, baby. Come here. Come on, come back. There we go. There we go. Yeah, but couldn't have gone by without one death, couldn't I? Thank you. I'll take this core of dread. Who has the core of dread? There we go. Good old bonk. Alright, here we go. Big finish, everybody. All smiles. Of course, I level up to 169 as I do this. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Take Cora Trail. Let me just dunk that. Just move these toys out of the way. Here we go. I've heard this one before. Take the street. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I've heard that one before. So, this weapons pattern can be extracted. I'll keep that. Don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need that. We go to Triumphs. We go to here. Bind Nightmares. Complete all season of the Haunted Seals. Title earned. Not that one, the other one. Reaper. And I can buy a seal if I really wanted to. No, that's fine. That's okay, Bungie. I don't need to buy another pin. But yeah. Boom. I'm the Reaper, baby. Yeah. Well, that's lovely and all. I mean, what else is there left to do? Oh, I think I know. I should probably head here. See what I've got to unlock, and then I'll log on to my other characters just to quickly get all the season pass stuff and talk about what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks, because, you know, I've basically finished what I wanted to do with Season of the Haunted. There's no other way around it. I have, you know, all of this that I don't plan on using, Risen Humble Energy. I could probably just get rid of this, right? I'm not going to be getting into that. I don't care. Keep those, because you never know. Touch of Edge and the Techians may have a use for it. Right.
Checking right now.
Okay, get rid of this. Get rid of this. I may as well craft another Austringer just so I can use it on that. Get a PvP Austringer as well.
That was just hopeless.
A transaction to make, Guardian?
I'll take this. Staccato 46. Oh, okay. Well-rounded adaptive munitions. I prefer that to this, so I'm going to use that as infusion fodder. Yeah, Revelry is going on, and while that's wonderful and lovely, I mean, let me see. So, you know what? Cold Heart. There we go. Yeah, if I take a look at the store, if it would load, give it a minute. It's got to catch up. Yeah, this is an absolute S tier. Questions remain about the Guardian with the alligator purse. Look how awesome this emote is, right? I might grind for that this weekend. That ain't so much. But yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Well, I may as well do what I said. I'm going to swap to my other characters. Let's just, you know, wrap up the stream by starting off with my hunter and just getting everything that is in the whichever. Yep, go to here, go to the season pass. So starting way over here at the very end. Making sure I don't miss anything. Seeing, looking. Up. That. And this. And that. And that. That and that. That and this. And that. And that. Oh, right. Guess we'll do this. Because my OCD will not let... No, I technically don't actually have OCD. At least, you know, doctor's diagnosis of that. Well, let me at least throw these down here. Alright. There we go. Alright, I got a 1565. Not that I ever care to use any of these. But at least I have that. Any of these I can get... Like, all these are really high-level stats, but I don't really ever play as this character. So I can just get rid of this. I mean, look how high these stats are. I don't want to get rid of all that. I can get rid of this, though. That's something I can easily get rid of. And this. And this. And this. Alright, that's good. More importantly, all of these unlocks. The grasp, the boots, the cloak, the chest, the mask. Alright. That'll do it for that one. Yeah, speak with Evil Levante, complete the mission Operation Midas aboard the Derelict Leviathan. No thank you. I am just swapping over to my other characters just to pick up some stuff real quick. Any weird cutscenes? Nope, no weird cutscenes. Oh yeah, I'm flying. Why am I flying that? Seriously, why am I flying this ship instead of my Scene 14's Gray Pigeon? Come on. Give me a minute. Oh, why am I like this? I actually see the artifact probably upgrading in real time as we go along. Maybe. One more. One more! Okay. Ooh, the particle effect changed when I fully upgraded this thing. Okay. But seriously, the real reason I'm here. Grabbing this, grabbing that. Let me start over towards the back end here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, 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 okay. We got gauntlets, we got greaves, we've got that and that, this and that. I got this thing, that thing over there. Okay. Oh, I can get rid of that. That's just a 54. Going through here. Man, I got so many high stat things that I want to get rid of. Problem is I barely ever play these characters, so... Okay. A 1461 Legion Alliance. That's not very great. Also, these are all like 65 stats, 67 stats. Active War Rig. Oh, I have a pair of boots. I need to get rid of something. There we go. I can get rid of this. Don't get rid of the Iron Forerunner Greaves, even though they're technically the worst than the ones I have equipped. There we go. Infusion fodder. Just ever so slightly. All these. Yeah, I can just slowly get rid of all this. There we go. Alright. And, of course, we got to unlock all the Epialios following stuff. Alright, there we go. That is everything I wanted to take care of for Season of the Risen right there. So, what's going to be happening for the next couple of weeks? Well, Solstice is going to be ending next week, and then I think there's, sooner or later there's going to be like a Bungie showcase. Probably going to be showcasing what's going to be happening in Arc 3.0. I'll try and watch that live if I can. I'll probably have to catch a VOD more than likely. I won't be able to do that live. But, yeah, so Destiny 2, unless something crazy happens, Destiny 2 is going to be on a bit of a hiatus until the new season begins, whatever season that is. Because, I mean, what else is there to do? I could try and do, hang on. The only things I can really think of wanting to do is solo all the dungeons. Pit of Heresy, there's Pit of Heresy, Shattered Throne, what's the one on the Cosmodrome? This one is Grasp of Avarice and Duality. I think those are the only dungeons in the game. There's only 4? I thought there were 5. There's no dungeon here, I believe. No, I don't think there is. No, it's just one on the moon, one on the Cosmodrome, one in there, and then one that just so happens to be on the moon as well. Duality. Yeah, there's only 4. Oh, and Prophecy. Right, Prophecy. I knew I was forgetting one. Prophecy as well. I could try and solo flawless all those, but that's something that would be like an all-day Saturday thing if I ever decided to do it. Because Pit of Heresy, I hate those spinning blades. Prophecy, I hate the platforming in that section. Grasp of Avarice, that one's just long and arduous, and, you know, the traps will kill you. Shadow Throne is like the only one I think I could get away with solo flawlessing relatively easily, but that kind of feel rotten trying to do that on stream because there's going to be a lot of cussing and swearing. And yes, I know that I have my stream labeled as mature audiences. That's only for precautionary sake. Do I even care for any of these? I really don't. But yeah. So Destiny 2 is going to be on hiatus Friday. That is going to be a game that just came out in open beta sooner or later, and I think I'm contractually obligated through fate to unlock one of the characters and play it. If you want a hint of what that game is, look really close at my username, Master Wabbit, and think which possible game that is currently in open beta that has something to do with that name. Right. And then Monday, we'll probably be going back to nostalgia tripping. Well, sort of. There was some DLC I bought that I want to go through, but it's been a while since I played the actual game itself that I may as well start over from the top. So, yeah. If you're watching the VOD, I may as well throw this out here. Like and subscribe if you do that. If you are enjoying what you see here on Twitch, give me a follow so that way you get updates whenever I do stuff. Twitter, follow me on Twitter for any latest updates. So, yeah, until next time, everybody, take care.